Hello and welcome back to another vlog on our channel. This is our Osaka day, so I'm showing our breakfast. We got strawberries from 7-Eleven. We got some egg salad sandwiches. That was like my number one favorite sandwich. I lived off of those. They were so good. So we each got our own. And then we decided to take a train ride into the city to do a Sakura no Miya, or a day in the park enjoying the cherry blossoms. On the way into the park, we decided to grab a sweet treat. So this is a ice cream bar, but it is covered in wafer, a vanilla wafer with vanilla ice cream, and there is some chocolate in the middle. It was so good and very refreshing. We sat in the park for a little longer, and then we decided to make our way back to the train station. So this is a small garden that we found on our way to the train station. I had to record it. It was so cute. But anyways, we got to our next stop to get a bite to eat before we headed to Osaka Castle. So this is a small stop on the line. We found a really fun, like a fish market kind of grocery store. And I had to pop in really quick just to see what it was like and see if it was different than an American grocery store. And it was. There was a huge selection. I mean, obviously I couldn't figure out what everything was, but it was just kind of cool to see it there. We ended up picking up some produce from this section because I figured the strawberries from here are probably better than the ones from 7-Eleven. But anyways, we got a few things for a snack in the park. We found a restaurant that specialized in kushikatsu, or skewer fried meat. So we looked and we decided to order. We actually had to use Google Translate on our phones because it was hard to figure out what they were. But we ended up just picking a few different skewers, some chicken, beef, and pork. I think our favorite one was probably the chicken. And then we also ordered a plate of gyoza that were fried, and they were really good. And then we also ordered some karaage chicken, which was really good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this meal. I really enjoyed the gyoza quite a bit, although I think that karaage chicken was my absolute favorite. And it was just a fantastic little spot. I could see myself coming in here, grabbing a beer and some fried food, and just relaxing and have a good time. Next, we made our way over to Osaka Castle. So here you can see a model of the castle grounds. It's at the Osaka Jokoin JR station. And so we made our way slowly into the park. They have this lovely walkway that goes over the railroads and the road and leads over into a bunch of shops that lead into the castle grounds. It's just a nice little area to walk around. There were quite a few people out just exploring and enjoying the grounds. We ended up bringing some food with us to have a little picnic outside the castle.
One of our treats that we picked up was a vanilla ice cream that came in a pouch, and you squeezed it out kind of like the applesauce containers that we have at home. I thought that was so cool, and it was really good. We got it a few more times while we were there. This is our spread. We picked up a mat from Daiso, and then we got a couple drinks, a Coke Plus, a beer, some strawberries that were excellent, some grapes, and yeah, we just had a fun time. It was nice to get to be able to sit. Michael's checking his blood sugar, to just sit in the park and take in the foliage, and it was pretty busy that day. This is a view of the inside of the strawberries we got. It was probably the best strawberry I've ever had, and I'm not exaggerating. He said no paparazzi. After our picnic, we slowly made our way into the gates for the Osaka Castle. So we walked through, and you can see it in the distance. It was a little bit of a walk, but we brought our walking shoes when we were ready. Für eine Person? Here is a closer look. You could see the cherry blossoms out right near it, and the view was just unmatched. It was beautiful. I loved all of the gold detailing, and it was interesting to learn a little bit more about the history of this building.
This castle was built in the late 1500s by Toyotomi Hideyoshi. He was the second of the three unifying shoguns or generals of Japan. And so it was built to be this massive fortress that was basically both to show off like wealth and power, as well as being an impenetrable fortress. Here we are taking a shuttle back to the JR station from the castle. It was really convenient, and it was a nice way to kind of see other parts of the castle grounds and the park on our way out.
Thank you for waiting. First, we are going to explain the rules for this train, so please listen carefully. For your own safety, please keep your hands and head inside the train at all times. We ask that you keep any cameras or phones inside the train for the duration of your journey. Also, please note soil was very hard to invade.
They also had some street food stands along the way for people to get fresh cooked food.
Paris, Osaka. There are many restaurants, an aqualiner port, and a JR station here. Passengers getting off at this stop, please let us know when the train arrives. All other passengers going to Morinomiya, please remain seated and wait for a few minutes. Thank you.
After our short shuttle ride that was very convenient, we decided to head back to the JR station. So here is a look at the whole train. It's so cute. I liked all the colors and I thought it was fun. We decided to pick up some matcha before we made it back to the station. So this is an iced matcha latte. It was so good. I did not think I was going to like it that much, but I really did. And Michael got a hot matcha.
We made our way back to central Osaka and grabbed some dinner at a place called Chiki Chiki in the Hanshin department store. So here you can see our beer and soda. It's a yakitori restaurant. So basically you order a course of yakitori, basically skewered meats and things like that. And they bring it out to you bit by bit. You don't get to choose what you get unless you buy it a la carte. So they do provide you with this grated daikon. And here you can see the first meat that we got, which is the chicken neck. So that was an interesting choice for our first thing. It was actually quite good. Next up, here is the addictive cabbage. Got ourselves some salad because that's healthy.
The next skewer that we got was the cartilage. It was interesting. It was a little hard. And then it was followed up by a vegetable skewer. We got the eggplant. It was kind of fibrous and it was very different than any other eggplant I had tried before. Not a Japanese eggplant, it was Chinese. And then this is a look at the drink menu. They had a few different types of beers and wine and a few different soft drinks. I got a Coca-Cola and it was pretty good. We also got our next skewer. They just kept coming. One after another. There was no time in between. But yeah, so here is a look at it. It has a sauce that you could dip into, and that is the chicken thigh. Overall, we really enjoyed our meal. It was very good. But anyways, this is the end of the vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for some more Japan vlogs. I think we still have a few more coming out. See you later.